Alright, so hello again. Today we will see why can't we enable port forwarding on our SIM card, or you can in simple words say that why can't we host our own website using just a SIM card connection instead of a Wi-Fi and a router connection. So before that, we need to understand that what is port forwarding. So port forwarding is basically exposing our ports that are running locally on our system to the outside internet world. So there are basically two types of connections. One is on the left side here. It represents our local area network. That is our private network. And this is the public network on the right side. So for a website to be accessed by anyone, then it should be on the public network. That means the internet. And for that, you need to enable port forwarding so that your hosting service can be accessed by the internet. So now let's understand these two terms. So what is an inbound connection and what is an outbound connection? So a outbound connection is any request we make to the internet, and any inbound connection is any request that is coming through the internet to a system or PC, whatever we are using that is connected to the internet. So by default, SIM providers don't allow inbound connections because of the security reasons. So anyone on the public internet cannot make a request or cannot access our data on our personal computer. So the personal computer is only allowed to make request to the outside world using the outbound connection. So now there comes a question that how we are able to download the data if no inbound connection is allowed. So that happens because of something called three-way handshaking. So this is something that I was talking of. So in order to receive data, we need to open the inbound connection, but that is disabled for security reasons by the ISP on our SIM cards. So how do we receive the data? So something similar to this model is used, that when we make a request to the server, that is an outbound request that is allowed. Whenever a request is made, that request doesn't end automatically. It waits for a response. So the server sends back the acknowledgement and the data to the client. The client represent us with our personal computer, and still the request remains open till the client receives all the data. And after receiving all the data, client sends an acknowledgement that yes, I have received all the data and now you can close my request. So then that outbound request is closed. So this was the simple way of how are we able to download our data without being able to receive any inbound request. So now let's talk of the solution. So the first solution is VPN. So VPN is basically a virtual private network that interacts with the public internet on behalf of your private network. So you basically connect to that VPN, and that VPN on behalf of you will make and receive all the requests to the internet. So this way your personal PC remains masked and its identity is saved, and you will be able to make both inbound and outbound connections. So the next method is reverse SSH tunnel. So what you can do is you can make an outbound request to the server and never close it until your task is completed. So basically it relates to the three-way handshaking process that we just now discussed, that you make an outbound request and don't let it close until all your tasks are done. This way inbound connection will remain active in order to receive the data of the query that you have made, and once your task is completed you can close that request. So that was all for this video. In this video we discussed what are the limitations, what are the things that are limiting us to enable port forwarding or host a website using a SIM card, and what are the possible solutions to it. So that was all for this video. Thanks for watching.